What's up YouTube? In this video I'll be showing you how to make a wooden survival base. This survival base has 4 rooms. First we have a large hallway which splits off into a hidden room which can be used to keep valuables in. I really love that sound. We have a small garden out front, which is how you access the second floor via these ladders. If you take a right on the second floor, you get led to a bedroom area, which has its very own balcony. Ah, what a view. If you take a left instead, we get sent into this 2-floored room where we have a bit of storage. And if we climb up to the second floor in the room, we have a small passageway and a bridge that takes us to our very own Nether portal. Yeah, that's looking a bit too dangerous for me. I'm not going in there. And that's it. If you enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. I honestly would. It helps me in the channel grow, and it really does just make me quite happy. It even makes this mysterious zombie pig friend that I've made happy, and he is going to he's gonna wreck the house. Please be careful. I only just made this. And if you do enjoy the video enough to actually make this thing, please share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. Isn't that right, Mr. Pigman? Alright, without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, we are going to need every single one of the materials that you can see in both my hotbar and my inventory right now. We'll be starting off with the ones in the hotbar, moving on to the inventory, and we might even be grabbing additional materials later on because that's kind of how we do things around here. Please pause the video, make sure that you have access to every single one of these, and once you do have every single one, we can get started. And just to let you know, the house only requires a 20 block area by a 13 block area to make. So if you like, you can plant this grid in your world to help better plan out where it's going to go and how much room it's going to take up. And if you do, you want to start on the front right hand corner of your grid, move to the left by 1, and then we're both starting in the same place. And of course, pause the video if you have to catch up if you plan on doing any of that. Well, on top of this block, we're going to place 3 oak wood planks. 1, 2, 3. We're going to place an upside down oak wood stair left of the plank. And then an oak plank. Connect it down to the ground. I'm going to place an upside down oak wood stairs to the left of the top and the bottom plank. Glass in the middle. And oak wood planks left of all of that, so left of the glass and the stairs. I want to place a row of spruce wood that comes back and left from the entrance that we've made, and yet back and right of the entrance that I've made. So like this, which from the front will look like that. And the spruce wood wants to be as high as the oak wood that we had on the front. And we want to come to the left side, and I'm going to take the top of the spruce wood that we've placed, and I want to place 5 spruce wood slabs coming back from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to do 2 things. First, I want to go up on top of this 5th block, and I want to place 4 spruce wood planks, so 4 solid planks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to go right of that 4th block by 5, and I want to use 5 upside down spruce wood stairs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to place a spruce plank. And I then want to go back from that spruce plank and place 5 upside down spruce stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then place a spruce plank. Come across the back and place 5 upside down spruce stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a spruce plank. And then we now want to place a row of upside down spruce stair that will connect back to where we were just building from. And later on we will come back to that part in particular and we will make a big deal out of making the frame around all that stuff. But for now, I want to come all the way back down to where we placed the spruce wood slab earlier. And from this slab, I want to extend the slab left by 2. I want to place 1, 2. Then place a row of spruce wood that comes up from the ground and meets the second slab. I then want to place a row of oak planks that goes back and left and is as high as the row of spruce wood. And then I want to place a row of spruce wood that is once more, it's back and left in relation to it, and it is as high as the oak wood planks. I then want to place a row of oak wood planks in front of and to the left of that row of oak wood, or spruce wood, that is as high as everything else. And then once more, I want to place a row of spruce wood this time that is in front of and to the left and as high as everything else. I'm going to place a row of spruce wood slabs that connects the 2 parallel rows of spruce wood together. And then on top of this left spruce wood, I'm going to place a spruce wood plank block. And I'm going to go left of it by 5 using spruce slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to place a spruce plank. I'm going to place 5 spruce slabs coming back from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a spruce plank. And then coming across the back, 5 more slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a plank. And then I am going to connect the front and the back together with a variance of slabs as well. I'm going to fill the bottom of this in using oak wood planks, like this, because I want to have a floor, and it looks quite cool if you use oak wood planks as well, because now you've kind of got like a cool two-tone thing going on. I want to connect this spruce wood plank at the back here on the inside. I want to connect it down to the ground using a spruce wood row. And I want to connect the 2 outer rows that kind of aren't joined to anything. I want to use a row of oak fence that connect them down to the ground like this. So, all in all, we have something which should look exactly like that. Well, so far we've got quite a peculiar shape. So I'll tell you what, we're going to come all the way back over to the right side now, and we're going to take this row of spruce wood that we have on the right side. This is right of the entrance, and we want to take this top spruce wood and we want to go back from it by 4 using spruce wood planks. So all the way on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to place a row of spruce wood next to it coming up from the ground. And we want to connect that upwards using a row of spruce planks, and that will connect up to the up to the upper part of the build. And then we want to go right of that spruce wood and we want to place 5 spruce planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to place a row of spruce wood that comes up from the ground to meet that row. And then we're going to place a row of spruce planks that comes up to the top, like this. And then I want to take the spruce wood and I want to go right of it by 5 using spruce wood planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to place another row of spruce wood that comes up from the ground to meet the planks. And then I'm going to place a row of spruce planks that comes all the way up to the top, like this. Now, I want to fill this in a little bit. I'm going to fill the lower half in using oak wood planks of what we've just made. And I'm also going to fill the upper half in using oak wood planks that I've just made as well. And then here on the left side, I'm going to fill the entire left side in using oak planks too. The reason that I don't have windows is because of the interior that I made. But you could easily add windows where you liked. But I've kept it relatively blank because I like the way that I've done my interior. So that's what we have so far. We also have to connect this spruce wood that we have right here on the right. We want to take the top of this and we want to place a row of spruce wood slabs that connects over from this left part to this right part. And you can even connect it front to back as well, meaning that you can have this sort of effect. And then I want to create an oak wood plank wall like this. So where we just connected the spruce wood slabs left to right, if you place a row of oak wood planks left to right like this, just inside of that, then that creates a cool little bit of depth. We also want to connect it like left to right just underneath the platform as well, using the oak wood planks like this. And then on the front, well, the front's a little bit different. You see, once you've kind of reached this point here, you know, where we've got rooms, we've got windows and stuff to make. I'll tell you what, we will place a row of oak wood planks that connects this spruce wood here to that spruce wood there. And you just want to take the inside corner of the spruce wood and place an oak plank, extend the oak plank left by 1, 2, 3, and then extend it inwards until it connects to the spruce wood like this. I'm then going to add a few rows of oak wood planks on top, just like this, just coming up. And we will end up with something that looks like that. Now, obviously, we're also going to have to destroy this block and place an oak plank there instead, because it would look odd otherwise. I want to have a window in this position here, so right in the middle there, I'm going to place a window. On the right side here, I also want another window. I mean, I guess, where did I place a window on the original? It can be anywhere in the middle here, really, but I'm going to have it here, just a window, like that. We'll decorate all of this later with, like, garden-y sort of stuff. I also want to place the boundaries for the garden as well. So, like where we have this row of spruce wood here, leave a gap of 1 going left of it, and then place another spruce wood. And then I'm going to place a row of oak fence going left of this, and then inwards connecting just like that. So we've created a nice little corner garden. What else do we have to do? Well, we have to fill the floor in. So I'm going to recommend that you use either oak planks or oak wood slabs. Oak wood slabs would give you more room on the inside. Oak wood planks were easier to use. I'm going to use oak wood slabs myself. And I'm just going to fill the top of the second floor in, basically. I'm just going to use oak wood slabs just to fill in the second floor. And this is going to, in doing this, we'll have created some balconies. We'll also make it easier to place some additional walls and stuff. It's just going to allow us to add some finishing touches to the frame of the house. And I'm starting to think that perhaps spruce wood slabs was a bad idea for this part. Maybe we should go full on, and instead of spruce wood slabs, maybe we should use spruce wood planks. Just because it looks a little bit less clunky like that. As a matter of fact, the middle one can still remain a slab, I believe. And then you can maybe even destroy the oak wood and then place like an oak wood slab inwards, because it's actually a little bit tricky to get inside this next part once we put the door on. But that's what we want to have so far. You can see that this is piecing together quite nicely. What I also want you to do is I want you to extend this spruce wood up here and this spruce wood up here. Extend them both upwards by 1. Connect them together with a row of oak fence. And also extend the fence backwards to connect to the back part of the house. On the front of the little room that we have here, we have a doorway that is supposed to be right here. It'd actually be easier if I had a door so that I could show you. Like, we have a door that's going to be right there. So I want to place oak planks all the way around the door, including around the top of it, like this. Alright? And I want a little window next to the door in the middle. So if you just focus on placing oak wood on the bottom, left, and top, then you'll have enough room to place a glass pane in there too. And once again, we'll decorate all the windows and stuff later on. And then on this left side here, we're going to have a door right in the middle, like this. And then there's no additional windows or anything, so you can just feel free to fill the rest of that in using oak planks like this. And I'm also going to fill the top of this room in. I'm going to use oak wood slabs, but it's going to be a little tricky later. We're going to have to destroy a little bit of the roof to make the obsidian portal, or the nether portal, as I should call it, like that. So you can see, you know, we're putting things together quite nicely. What we also want to do, you know, once we've done this point right here, is I want to focus on this room that we have on the left. Now, this is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a storage room slash an area that connects us to the nether portal. It's the only way to get to it. Well, on top of this platform that we have, I want you to place 4 spruce wood planks coming up from each corner. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's from all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the back 2 corners too, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Perfect. And I want you to connect the front 4 blocks together using spruce wood stairs. And the left side together using spruce wood stairs. Upside down, of course. This side together using spruce wood stairs. And we are also going to connect this side together using spruce wood stairs as well. However, that might prove a little bit tricky later on. I'm going to place oak wood planks. This is the front part that we're talking about. Oak wood planks, I'm going to lay oak wood planks at the base of the window. And then oak wood planks coming up the left side and the right up to the top. And then glass pane in the remaining areas like this. And I also want to fill the sides in, the remaining sides, using oak wood planks. So oak wood planks in all of the remaining sides. The only thing that you don't really want to fill in on this right hand side is you want to make sure that you've got enough room to actually walk into the room. So that's kind of why we messed about with the door a little bit, so we could actually get in easier, because the way that we're actually going to have the door itself, it's going to make things a bit tricky. But you'll see what I mean in a sec. So that's what we have for the room so far. We're not quite done, because we want to use oak planks, and we want to place a row of oak planks on top of the upside down stairs on the front of the house. And we then want to place a row of 3 oak planks on top of the middle blocks, raise up the middle by 1 like this. And we're going to do the same on the back. We're going to place this, a row of 3 on the middle, and then 1 in the middle like that. So we're just making 2 triangular shapes to create basically just a roof. We're then going to use purely spruce wood stairs, and we're going to why am I doing that? We want to place spruce wood stairs starting from the left side of the build, a row of spruce wood stairs that just sits on the outer side of the build like this, and then we want to build up rows of spruce wood stairs until we eventually get up to the top, which is where we have the singular oak wood plank, and we're going to place a spruce wood slab on top of it and extend that forwards just like this. And then we're going to have a row or several rows of spruce wood stairs that just come down the opposite side of the roof until they stop in the side, at the side of this particular little building that we've made right now. So far it looks like that. And to make that look not horrible, we're going to extend the spruce wood stairs 1 row forwards. And then we're going, also by the way, the spruce wood slab at the top. And then we're going to place upside down stairs underneath all of these blocks, a spruce wood plank underneath the top, and then there you have a fine looking roof. You can make that two-tone if you like, and by two-tone I mean simply just use a different colour as well as the spruce. And we're going to do the same thing on the back as well, because we don't want the back looking sloppy. We want the same sort of love, attention and care as we showed to the front of the roof. The back remembers, guys, you know, you've really got to take care of it. It supports the house. It needs to be loved and nurtured. It has to look as good as the front. So we want to have something which should look like that now. You guys have just seen me do the back. And once you have reached this point right here, we now have to make, I think this is one of my favorite parts of the house, right? Because we then want to come to the middle right side of the roof. So like the middle right side of the roof. And I'm going to destroy the center spruce wood stair. Okay, so I then want you to destroy the upside down stair behind it, the stairs above that, and then I want you to destroy these stairs left and right of the hole that we've made. Place spruce planks on top of the left and right hole, and you want to place 2 rows of spruce planks like this. We then want to place a row of spruce slabs on top of this, left to right on top of the planks. I then want you to place a row of oak planks leading from the center oak plank here to the opposite side here. And I'm just going to destroy one row into the roof here, and I'm going to place an oak plank. So we have this and this. And I'm going to place a row of spruce wood slabs on the sides of the little... I'll call this like a gangplank on like this gangplank or gang... You know, like on pirate ships where like you've got to walk the plank? I think it's called a gangplank. I might be completely wrong, but that's what it kind of reminds me of, like where you'd walk the plank, like straight off the boat. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Anyway, that's not important because once you've done that, I think that we're going to extend the entrance here. We're going to extend it one row forwards like this. And I'm going to place spruce wood slabs on top as well, just to kind of like reaffirm the entrance / exit. And then on this opposite side here, I'm going to place spruce wood planks here and here, just so that we have a very... I guess it's more of a bridge really, because it goes from one side to the other, but you guys get my point. So now I want to place, this is a bit tricky. I want to place wooden trapdoors on the sides of the bridge. So you're not going to fall off. And I just want to place the wooden trapdoors in such a fashion that when you open them, then you kind of have like almost railings like that. And I think that that looks kind of cool. And it's a bit different from using the fence as well. And speaking of fence, I'm also going to place fence all the way around the outside of the top of this little building that we have here. Just going to place it on top of all of the outer spruce blocks like this. I'm also going to add some grass blockage to the top of this. Now, you might not have grass blocks if you're building this in survival, but dirt will do just fine as well. I'm going to place some grass on the top because you see, I want a nether portal, right? So somewhere on the back corner, I want to place like a nether portal, and I'm just going to destroy these 4 grass blocks, and I'm going to destroy the bottom 2 middle ones. This will take us into the roof, and I'm going to place 2 obsidian in the roof like this, and then I'm going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So the lower half of the portal is actually, it's not exposed. And then we connect it together at the top. And then we should light it, really, which I didn't actually bring a match with me, but let's grab some flint and steel to light the portal. That's pretty cool, right? And then I like the idea of a tree growing out of the back of the portal. Please don't be huge. So I'm going to plant a tree. That's too big. That's exactly what I was talking about when I said don't be huge. Oh, I should have saved this. Hang on. Yeah, that tree was monstrous. That took ages to get rid of, so I'm going to save the game this time. I'm going to try the same thing. Sapling, bone meal, please don't be huge. Oh, please, oh, please. You know, that's... It's kind of bigger than what I like, right? So, if you manage to plant a tree behind your nether portal and you're happy with it, I'm very happy for you. But I think I'm going to make my own, alright? Because I want a particular effect with the tree. Let me show you. And these are materials that we already had, by the way, spruce wood and jungle leaves. The effect that I'm looking for is very simple. I just want like a tree that runs up the back of the nether portal. And then I just want like leaves hanging over the top of it. And I was very lucky, I think maybe, the first time that I made this, because it did it instantly on the original version. I just want a tree that just sits behind the nether portal like this. It's not too massive or anything, and it just kind of covers the portal a little bit. Something like that, you know? And that looks artificial to me, which is why I'd prefer one that's grown, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And I'm also going to bone meal the rest of the grass as well around the nether portal. And I'll even add like an oak wood slab in just to make it easier to walk up to. Something like that, you know? Looks pretty decent. Could even hide a couple of chests up there or whatever you like. So we've done a large amount of the house now. The next thing that we're going to do now that you've done the nether portal area is we just want to make the 2 entrances to the rooms that are underneath the bridge, or the plank as I like to call it. So either side of the entrances that lead us into the 2 individual rooms, I want a spruce wood plank at the bottom. I then want to have a spruce fence on top of the plank. And then I'm going to place, I think, an upside down spruce stair on top of that. And then I'm going to connect it upwards using a spruce wood slab, like this, just so that it connects up to the bridge, just like that. And I'm going to have the same thing on the opposite side here. I just want to have a spruce plank either side of the entrance with a spruce fence on top. And then I think I'm just going to place a plank, or maybe an upside down stair, and then I'm going to connect it upwards using spruce wood slabs like this. Just so that it looks a tad bit fancier, if you will. And I kind of like the idea of now that I'm looking at the bridge, you know, from like this side, I kind of like the idea of the bridge going a bit further in, I think. So I might actually take off a row of this. And you know, this is all personal stuff. So I think I actually like the idea of perhaps the bridge just coming in an additional row, because it looks a bit more balanced. So I've just taken 1 row off of the actual entrance there, and then, yeah, I don't know, it looks a little bit better like that, I think, in my opinion. What I also want to do, by the way, is I want to use oak fence, and I want to place oak fence on top of this part here that's just underneath the bridge, and we're going to place oak fence on top of this part as well, underneath the bridge, just on the edges so that nobody's falling off of anything, nobody's taking any sort of weird tumble, like this. And whilst we are thinking about trees, hopping back a bit, I'm going to grab spruce wood and jungle leaves, and underneath this overhanging part of the house, I want to place a spruce wood right under the middle of the house. Now, it shouldn't be too hard to find. And I want the spruce wood to come all the way up from the top to the bottom of the middle. Like, it should be fairly easy to see where you have to go. And we're going to place jungle leaves all the way around the top of the spruce wood. Right? Just like that. And I'm going to extend the jungle leaves 1 row outwards in every direction in the middle part. So it kind of looks like that. Yeah? And then I'm going to place spruce wood underneath the left and right hand side. So it looks like a proper tree that's like supporting that that overhanging part of the house a little bit. Which I think is really, really cool. It's a nice little touch. I'm going to grab the wooden trapdoors, and everywhere that we have a window, pretty much everywhere, except for one occasion, I'll show you where it is. I'm going to place wooden trapdoors next to the windows of the house. So on the front here, on this bit just above, I want to have wooden trapdoors outside the windows. This very small window that we have here, also wooden trapdoors. Not on this one. And I also want wooden trapdoors on the side of the large window that we have just here. So we're going to place all of that. So a load of wooden trapdoors all the way around the windows. And what else do I want to do? Well, I would like to create a grass path around the house, okay? So I want a grass path that comes from the front entrance, which is here, and the grass path is going to come around, it's going to loop around, and it's going to eventually take us to where we climb up just underneath the bridge, which is still lacking ladders, by the way. So like ladders would be here, so leading from there to there. I also want to place a little bit of leaves, so I'm going to use the leaves to kind of create a little bit of a hedge just inside of this particular part of the garden. I like that. I also want to create planters, so I'm going to use grass. I'm going to use a wooden trapdoor for this part. I'm going to use a flower. It can be any, azure bluettes. I think that's how you pronounce them. I'm going to place a row of grass blocks underneath this middle window. Wooden trapdoors in front of it, azure bluettes or whatever in front of it. You know what, it actually doesn't make sense that we place the wooden trapdoors now. So I suppose it depends what aesthetic you're looking for. If you like the wooden trapdoors, then that's fine. But if you don't, then you can just place flowers there instead. To the right area here, I think I'm going to place a cauldron with a jungle leaf, like in this position right here, because I think that makes cool decoration. And maybe a couple more flowers as well, maybe like underneath the window, just like that. I might even decorate, I might even like add a fence or two, just like leading up there, just because that's a bit suggestive. I kind of like that. And that looks like a cozy little garden to me. I quite like it. I'm going to grab the leaves again. Either side of the entrance, I'm going to place an oak wood fence, either side of the entrance, with 2 jungle leaves on top, just to add a bit of green to the house, just like that. And that's where the entrance is. And speaking of the entrance, I just want to point out that the door for the entrance wants to be placed on the inside. Like, if you place it like this, it doesn't line up with the stair. But if you place it from the inside, it will line up with the stair and it will look a bit more interesting. Just a very small tip. What else do we need to do? Well, on the second floor here, I also do have more potted plants. I have like a cauldron either side of this particular entrance with jungle leaves running up the side. You could even add the same thing here if you wanted to, although I'm not 100% sure I did actually do that on this side as well, but you could absolutely add it if you wanted to. I even had on this side as well, I have one of my favorite decorations is a red glazed terracotta with like a leaf on top of it. I love how that looks for whatever reason. And I also like to decorate to color. So for instance, like now that we've got a little bit of red terracotta, you know, a little bit of red carpet wouldn't go amiss as well. And you could even chuck a little bit of red carpet over here too. So like if you wanted to perhaps cover up a little bit of the oak wood, you know, something like that would look, you know, perfectly fine. And just adding a bit of color and a bit of green to the house, I mean, it really does make quite a bit of difference. And, you know, if you wanted to go one step further beyond that, like if you wanted to add a couple of flower pots just about the place, if you wanted to add a couple of chests about the place as well, like maybe like up here and up here. And if you wanted to add maybe like, I mean, there's so many small details that you can just add that really do just make a house really nice. Is, you know, if you wanted to add just item frames and stuff just about the place, you know, you don't, it doesn't have to make loads and loads of sense where you put items and stuff, as long as it, you know, as long as it looks good, and as long as you're not making the house like difficult to get around, and as long as you're still serving a purpose, you know, it really does brighten up a build to have that sort of stuff. And something that's always really good as well is, of course, if you want to add a little bit of light, so maybe like a torch everywhere. You don't want to, I don't think you want to go too far, right, with putting torches and making sure that everywhere's absolutely completely filled up. Maybe a torch doesn't look right there because it's kind of the same as the other one, but maybe like a torch perhaps like, I don't know, actually, maybe like just right at the entrance or something, you know? It just does look a little bit better if a little bit more care is put into it. But that's pretty much like the entire like outside of the house. That's everything that I can really give you tips for and tricks on for the outside of the house. And I just do want to run through the interior of the original house. And I mean, we're pretty much done. So hopefully you guys have managed to make this. If you want some interior tips, come in right up. So we're back at the original now. And I'm just going to show you this in order, right? So the order that I showed you at the start of the video. So if you want some interior tips, this is what I have for the long hallway, also known as like the main entrance room for the house. Please pause the video at any time that you need to if you want to copy. Now, I'm not recommending that you copy. Just copy if you want some ideas. If you have your own ideas, you've got no need to copy, but that's completely up to you. We have the hidden entrance here on the left, which it's literally just a couple of pistons with bookcases on them, and then a lever to activate them. It's so simple, and that leads you into this little secret room here, which I really like because it's nice and lit up, and it's got an end chest, and we've got diamond armor, and we've got a nice, I don't know, the materials just flow really, really nicely here. And the entrance is completely hideable. It's 100% hidden. The only thing that isn't hidden, of course, is the mechanism, which is just the switch. So, again, you know, pause at any time. You guys get the idea. So, this next room is the bedroom. Very, very simple design in here. It's basically bed and chests and beds and chests. That's pretty much all, and it's just a nice little bit of splash of color. This room's kind of like purpley. And you might notice, by the way, as well, I do manipulate the ceilings quite often. So like you can see here where we have like the spruce wood slabs, I make the ceilings more interesting by contouring them with slabs. That's something I'd absolutely recommend. And that is the bedroom. Now, if we come out of the bedroom and we come into the large house part, you know, we have kind of like, it's basically just a hallway with some chests, and we have a smelting area as well here, which is just to the right of us. Plenty of chests. Very survival orientated house this is. And you can see where I've kind of like put this platform in to this part of the house as well. So the platform just leads us all the way up here. And it leads us out onto the bridge which we made earlier, and we have a little bit of a nether portal. And yeah, I mean, guys, this is pretty much everything, right? That's the entire house complete. That's the interior. Whether you gather tips from that, or whether you get any tricks, or whether you get any inspiration, or whether you get nothing from that, I hope that I've at least helped you some way in doing your interior. But it's a survival house, so I figure that you probably want to have your own stuff in there, if you get what I'm saying. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much. And if you have enjoyed it enough to even make it to this part of the video, please share it with a friend. I bet that they might like to make it as well. And if you would like to keep up to date with all the stuff that I've been making, please subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That's very, very, very important. Otherwise, you probably won't end up seeing that many of my videos because you gotta subscribe. If you do want to make anything else by me, of which there is a heavy variance on this channel, there's so many different builds to make in so many different styles and varieties, all I'm gonna say is to go to the card system and the description below, and you'll be able to find out all of my stuff. But that's pretty much everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you watching this video. I really do like this little house, by the way. It's really cute little survival base. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye!